Hey, what's up, guys? This is your boy Montre. It's been a minute, I know. Uh, Took a little break because Mercury was in retrograde, and I didn't want to get misinterpreted with any video that I made or have any problems. So now that Mercury is going direct, if you know anything about astrology, this is probably the best time for me to go ahead and restart making videos. So I'm just that type of person. I'm very sensitive about astrology and all that type of thing. So I've noticed that most of mainstream media and has been talking about Mercury retrograde, which is pretty cool. And I've known about it for years, about how it affects communication and electronics and all that type of thing. But that's not what I'm not even talking about today. There goes my phone. I wanted to just kind of recap some things when it comes to the Mandela effect and the Anunnaki and what is going on. Also, I want to just try to help people with just kind of getting control of your own reality. Despite any changes that you see on the outside of reality, there are still things that are happening in your own reality that you may not be aware of because they're closer to you. And so, excuse me, I got my wine today. These aren't really necessarily Mandela effects. What I call them is just reality convergence. What I think is happening is that reality is converging on itself, or like a singularity, or different realities are becoming one. And we see this on a larger scale where we see something major change, but we don't see the minor changes in our own personal lives. Now, how this reflects in our personal lives, and I want you to take notice of this because I think it's quite important, is like very quick changes that happen in your own personal life. And this could be like all of a sudden your friends change relationships very quickly, or you see a building get built in less than 2 months. Where else, usually it would take like a year or 2 years for these buildings to get built, but all of a sudden you see an entire complex, an apartment complex, get built in 2 months. Or you have friends that get fired very quickly and they get hired very quickly to a new job. And see, I'm starting to think like these are different realities converging onto each other, where we've made decisions in different realities, and we are different people in different realities. So, for instance, let's say you have a different job in one reality. In reality A, you have one job, and in reality B, you have a different job. So if those two realities converge, two versions of yourself cannot exist in one reality. So one has to fade away. So if your awareness is on reality B, eventually you'll lose that job very quickly, but immediately you'll get an offer for the new job. And you're like, whoa, where did this come from? Like, how did that happen? Or even with friends, all of a sudden you're not friends with somebody anymore, and it just happened. It's like, whoa, what happened? Like, or you see friends that make drastic changes and maybe in their appearance. And I've seen that in a few people. Like, whoa, where did this hairdo come from? Or you totally changed your style. Like, what happened? So, when it comes to my own current reality, yes, I've seen a lot of people, a lot of things just kind of change quickly. And it's not like immediate, like the day of, but it is a progression of things. And like I said, this is not a Mandela effect, but I do believe that it is a result of realities converging on to one another, and drastic changes begin to happen constantly, and that's what I'm starting to see on a more rapid scale, is more drastic changes happening with people that I know, physical landmarks, buildings getting torn down, buildings getting put up. They're just really crazy. But that's, like I said, that's just more so what I would call reality convergence. A few people in a few forums have been wondering, who are they? If something or someone is controlling this, who are they? And I subscribe to the idea of the Anunnaki, the fallen angels, on that aspect. And I'm not coming from a Christian point of view, even though I was raised Christian and I was raised in the church. I'm not coming from that point of view, but like I said, I've written material about it. I have books about it, mostly fiction about the fallen angels. You can Google it, Montre Bible. I write about the fallen angels. But I've also been studying about the Anunnaki, which I believe that are synonymous with the fallen angels. And the Anunnaki, the fallen angels, Greek gods, the Egyptian gods, the African gods, they're all the same beings. They're these beings that came and they watch over humans. And we look like them. And I really truly believe that there are some extraterrestrial beings, which means extra earthly beings that are not quite human, that are blood related to us, or we're blood related to them. Maybe a different species of human, and that's not very far-fetched. I mean, there's different species of everything, but I think there's a different species of human that is way older than humanity that we presently know of. And at one point, we thought they were gods because they were more intelligent than us, and perhaps there's not as many as them anymore, and maybe they've gone into hiding. Perhaps they live longer than normal humans. That's not far-fetched. You know, that there's a different species of humans that lives longer than normal humans. No. And then in the past, people thought they were gods because of the knowledge that they had and the abilities that they were able to come up with and the technology that they were able to come up with. And perhaps they could be the ruling power today. How far-fetched is that? That isn't far-fetched. And people are like, oh, it can't be. But if you think about the different species of animals, and that some animals live very long lives. Whales live very long. Reptiles live very long. So that's not very far-fetched for me to understand. So, but when you start saying things like gods and demigods and stuff like that, those are trivial words and semantics that people get caught up on, and they say, oh, that doesn't exist. But what makes a person a god? If I live longer than you, if I live 100 years and you live 20, and I still look young and beautiful because my lifespan is longer than yours, and I know more than you do, and I can control your life and all your children and your children that you bear and their children, I can pretty much build my ego and call myself a god. So that's neither here or there. That's those semantics. So this is what I believe that the Anunnaki and these quote-unquote gods are. They're actually living beings that live longer than us, that have been living longer than us. And they know something more. Perhaps they've developed a science where they can manipulate time and space. Is that far-fetched? No, look at CERN. So, anyways, I just wanted to just ring back with you guys with some of the things that have been going on in my mind, some of the things I've been hearing on the forums and on Facebook, and the questions I've been hearing. I won't keep this long. I'm about to hit 10 minutes. So, send me your comment. If you don't do it, then who will? I will talk to you guys later on. Sorry about the bad quality. This is just a webcam. Talk to you guys later. Peace out.